This is Susan Bassi, and you're watching a video taken from the town of Los Altos and the police department, which sits in the heart of Silicon Valley. And we are investigating the department for the involvement with their police chief in a secret bar bench media police committee and connections to a charity known as WOmenSV that has received over $250,000 from taxpayers in the county and over $50,000 from the city taxpayers, where the charity claims to help women who are involved in domestic violence. And for their claims, they've gotten a lot of media attention from the Los Altos Crier, the local newspaper.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm Susan Bassi.
Okay.
I'm an investigative journalist. I've been asking for records and to talk to somebody in this department for a very long time, and I haven't had a lot of success.
Okay.
I am investigating WOmenSV, which is a charity that purports to help victims of domestic violence here in Los Altos.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with them?
Well, why does that matter?
Matters a lot.
Am I being interviewed?
Yeah, you are, as a matter of fact.
I'm not doing an interview with you.
Well, you're a police officer, you're standing there in a uniform, and I'm investigating this, and this charity has been saying they're partners with the Los Altos Police.
Let me see your credentials.
Did you really just ask me that?
You're saying you're an investigative journalist.
That's right, I am.
Well, I'm not going to conduct an interview with you.
What do
If you have a question for me?
I do have a question.
That a watch commander can handle?
What is your partnership with WOmenSV, and what do you do?
There is no partnership.
Well, she tells everybody that there is, and the
town.
town.
Then that's something you can bring.
The town gave her $55,000 at least of money.
Okay.
And I've asked for the records.
What else can I help you with?
What is your name and badge number? You're the
Brian
captain.
Jeffrey.
And you're the watch commander?
Yep.
Okay, so do you understand that press doesn't have credentials necessarily to be?
I don't.
Why did you ask me for that?
Because you're saying you're a journalist, and based on your questioning me, asking me if I'm being interviewed.
You are being interviewed.
I'm not gonna just answer questions to someone who says there's something and can't prove that they are.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a member of the public.
Okay.
I'm asking you some questions.
What are your questions that I can answer for you?
My question is, what is your partnership with WOmenSV?
There is no partnership.
Okay, so she puts that all over her website.
Then you can bring that up.
And I've asked for records from this department, and nobody will produce them.
Because there is no records.
Well, I was told she had an office here. You just said you were familiar with
She has an office where?
She originally had an office here, somewhere near the police department.
Near the police department?
Or in this building or in the other building?
She's never had an office at the police department.
Okay, you said you were familiar with her, very, and so I'm asking about that. I'm asking what happens when women come in and try to report.
She helps victims of domestic violence.
How does she do that?
I don't know. You have to ask her that.
Okay. And when a victim of domestic violence comes to the police and asks for help, what do you do? Do you refer them to WOmenSV?
No.
What do you do?
We do what our county protocol states we do.
What is that protocol?
If they need assistance or resources, we put them in touch with county resources.
And so do you have a flyer or something that you give everybody?
Domestic violence resource card.
I'd like to have one of those.
We don't have one here.
So somebody comes in and you don't have the resource card that
it's
you
just not here. Would you like a copy of it?
Yeah, so what if I'm coming in and trying to report that?
Report what?
Domestic violence.
Are you recording me?
Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact. Are you recording me?
Yeah.
Good. Then we don't have a problem, do we? You know who I am. I'm on the body cam, and I know who you are because you're on my camera.
What's your question? I'll get you the
My question is, what do you give victims of domestic violence that come in here and try to...
I told you we give them a domestic violence resource card, and I'll get you a copy of that if you want it.
Good,
What's your next question?
That's it. That's what I want. I want what you give...
Then you can leave.
Oh, excuse me. Are you telling me I can't stay here?
No, you can stay, but you're not going to continue to harass me.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Good night, Mike. That's it.
Here you go. Any more questions you have for me?
Yeah, I do.
What would your question
Why do you
be?
think my recording you is harassing?
Did I say that was harassing?
You said
I said you were.
I'm harassing. So why is that? Because you didn't like how I framed my questions? Oh, you're not going to answer my questions?
Anything else I can answer for today?
Yes. How do you... I just want to point out to you, do you have post-training on domestic violence and the protocols?
I'm not going to answer that.
You're not going to answer that?
Do you have any questions I can answer for you today?
Yes. I would like you to know, Officer Jeffries, that when women come in...
I'm a sergeant.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'm confused on the pronouns I'm supposed to use. I just want you to know that when women walk into this police department trying to get help for domestic violence, that your attitude that you just gave me...
Are we done?
Oh, no, we're not done.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Los Altos, California is a wealthy community in Silicon Valley. The residents are known for putting their names on the sidewalks, holding charity fundraisers, and giving to local charities that they think are doing good in the community. One of those charities is WOmenSV, and we found that this charity received over $300,000 just during the pandemic, and that included PPP money from the federal government. We found that the newspaper that was promoting the charity and providing them lots of publicity had a publisher who was a CPA who did the taxes for WOmenSV, and the CPA and publisher also sat on the board and decided how much money the charity's founder would make. So I'm in Los Altos, California, and this is the epicenter of our Tainted Trials, Tarnished Headlines, Stolen Justice series, and behind me is the Los Altos Crier, the town newspaper, and the Masonic Lodge, where the women from WOmenSV met each week, which is the subject of part 3 of our series. I recently worked on an article that was published online, and I'll put a link in the description. The article was about this charity and how it wasn't helping any men, and the women they claimed to help weren't receiving any support or help at all. The charity was actually working to provide training to the courts and to law enforcement. And on their board was the local publisher who acted as a CPA over their taxes, a bank manager, where the women were told to go to First Republic Bank and see the manager to help them hide money in their divorce cases. And we heard that the therapist that was being referred business from the charity had been the founder's personal therapist in her own divorce case, a divorce case where one of the attorneys eventually became in charge of the secret bar bench media Police Committee. If you want to read the article, the link is in the description. But here's what it looks like to investigate the charity. Okay. Your bank manager's on the advisory board of WOmenSV.
Okay.
And she hung up on me the other day when I had questions about it. And I'm a reporter, and I'd like her card, and I'd like someone to comment on the relationship this bank has with WOmenSV.
Gotcha. So I have no comment. I can get your contact information, but
I'll give you that.
okay, perfect. Go ahead and have a seat.
I don't need to have a seat.
All right.
The bank manager of First Republic Bank never came out to talk to me or answer my questions. She hung up on me on the phone, and we had been investigating complaints where several women told us that WOmenSV had her come in and speak to the group about hiding money from spouses that they claimed were abusive during a divorce. And during a divorce case, spouses are not allowed to hide money from each other. It's actually a violation of the law. So it is of interest to me that this bank manager wouldn't answer our questions or talk about a charity that they had been promoting as such a valuable asset to the Los Altos community and beyond.
Okay, what
kind of ad?
I just need a little community ad. I just want an informational ad.
And are you located in Los Altos? Because I need to, so we can determine who's your rep who's going to help you with the ad. So based on location.
Yeah, it's for the Los Altos community. I'm just doing a community service group.
Okay.
And I need a little ad for that.
The First Amendment doesn't just protect our right to speak, it also protects our right to receive information, accurate information. And when the local newspaper doesn't do their job by news gathering, requesting public records, and holding the government accountable, the public has failed, because that is the job of the free press. And we're going to continue to do that job. And as if we have video, I'll post it right here. Otherwise, you can watch for the series in the Davis Vanguard, where I actually have to write something in order to get it out to the public.